Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Tourismus Namibia, where, as you can see, my name is Frank Steffen, where I will lead you through this show today. And as always, we've got a couple of topics, destinations, and then at the end, we've got something to the point. So up first, we obviously have topics. Right, today's topics, we start off with the Chobe River and the hippos that seem to be trapped up there simply because the river is busy drying out. Some of you might remember that we reported about the situation of about 135 hippos a few months back, animals that seem to be stuck in a riverbed that is drying up fast, as you can see here. The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism at the time responded by explaining that it was too early to do something about these animals, but that they would monitor the situation. Well, it seems as though that time seems to have come now, as the situation of the Chobe River is a serious challenge. So if you look at the map created by Simone Micheletti, maybe we can just, have a look here. Simone is obviously of the Wild Waters group up in the north. The part indicated in green has no problem, as it is fed water by the Zambezi River via the Kasai Channel. Indicated in red is the critical part of the Chobe River, and further west from Ngoma up to Liambezi Lake, the river is currently dry. That section indicated in orange, in fact, finds itself in a critical condition right up to Kongola. So that's sort of the bottom bend going back up again. So you can see it's really quite a serious situation. And so the minister went up there and had a look at what's happening on the ground there, because this will go fast now. Once it's dried up, it's too late for these animals, and they do need water. So we've got a little video clip of what the minister had to say.
Came here to inspect this pond where we have more than 100 hippos stranded because of the fact that the river is dry. As you could see, you can walk or drive from here to Botswana. This Chobe River is completely dry. You know that this river is not a ferry river, it's perennial river, but now it is completely dry. Now these animals are stranded here in the pond. It is not only pond that animals are stranded, we have also other ponds. I got information here. My assessment is that these animals are in critical condition, so we have to add more resources, drill more boreholes in order to save them, and also increase the capacity, especially of the pumping capacity of this pump here. We are using generator that we have bought, and also speak to the Botswana authority, because these animals are not only Namibian animals, even the livestock, they are coming from Botswana to drink. This whole river is completely dry. Apart from the wild animals that are drinking, we also have livestock drinking, and also community members both sides using this water. So we need to drill more borehole in order to not only saving these hippos, but also other wild animals in the area. So this is an indication of serious climate change, effect of climate change. That situation you see here is a recurrence of 2019 situation we had, but this is very worse than 2019 because, as you see, there are more than 100. I'm informed that there are more than 130 hippos here. Last year we had about 80 to 90 hippos. I mean, that not last year, but 2019. But you could see that the water level is getting more worse.
Right, and those are all the issues around about the hippos that are trapped by the Chobe River that's drying up. And I mean, it's a serious condition. The Chobe doesn't normally dry up, so it's an unknown sort of thing that we that we get to grips with for the first time in a long time. I remember in the previous drought, we had a similar situation. Anyway, those are the hippos. Up next, we're looking at Recon Africa. And so in the northeast of Namibia, we still see that this whole exploration for gas and oil is continuing by the Canadian Gas and Oil Exploration Company. And the company is obviously Reconnaissance Energy Africa, Recon Africa. Progress is despite, that whole exploration progress is despite continued complaints handed in at various Canadian authorities that are supposed to regulate this type of activity by Canadian companies on foreign soil, such as Namibia. Even UNESCO has previously censured Namibia and Recon Africa, but it seems as though they could not be bothered. So the company is now in the process of actively drilling at Nangopo after having been able to raise capital recently. So here's the World Heritage report, and you can clearly see that they've been taken to task a couple of times here. If you pause it on your video or whatever you're watching it, the show on, you will see there clearly that Angola, Namibia, and Botswana had been asked to first do a proper environmental impact assessment before any further activity is pursued. They actually remarked at the time the exploration or exploitation of minerals is incompatible with World Heritage status. So that was UNESCO, and this is now the news report that is out. On here you can actually see all the wells that they intend still drilling, and clearly there's a bit of an issue. So with the company having raised capital and being able to now go to Nangopo, you've got a serious problem. You mustn't forget this happens at a time when they just recently settled $10 million as a part of settling the lawsuits, the class actions in the USA and Canada. And the reason why I put this map in is just so that you can see Namibia is not exactly the biggest part of the Kavango-Zambezi Transfrontier Park. And so with that little bit that we've got, we still allow drilling for oil and gas. So it's not exactly an example that we're setting for our neighboring states who are part of CASA, actually being Angola, Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So they actually at this stage do much better. As it is, the CEO, Brian Rainsborough, that's the company's president and CEO, quoted when speaking to the internet site Cision, and said the conductor well has been drilled and we continue to expect to commence drilling later this month. The well, which is expected to take 90 days to drill, is targeting multiple reservoir intervals in the prospective Damra fault belt. And the reason why this World Heritage Site report cites or actually comes to grips with this whole thing is because they reckon, number one, human rights have been abused in terms of ownership of the land and the fact that not everybody was asked. And the second danger that you've got there is all this drilling has a real impact or possible impact on the groundwater. So let's see where this one is going. And then finally, we've got another serious issue. We're looking at the Dundee smelter in Tsumeb. So this has been going on for a while now. Purchase agreement between Dundee Precious Metals and China's Sinomine Resources Group for the ownership of a copper smelter in Tsumeb is in the spotlight after business people in the town have demanded a share of the proceeds. That's the proceeds from the sale. So the Namibian Competition Commission has yet to approve the sale in the first place, but the Tsumeb Business Consortium has approached the commission and has insisted that the outstanding issues, we're talking all this arsenic poisoning and whatever of the groundwater and all types of things, anyway, they need to be addressed before Dundee is allowed to leave Namibia. In a letter, the consortium's CEO and former Member of Parliament, Engel Navatisep, demanded that government hold Dundee liable for environmental damage, and especially for the fact that arsenic is still stored on the smelter's premises. This has been quite a big issue. On the photo, by the way, you see Engel Navatisep. So what he reckons is every Tsumeb resident must be medically examined for arsenic poisoning. And there are also claims by current and former smelter employees that they suffered exposure and injuries due to arsenic, which have still not been settled. Now, Navatisep himself claimed Dundee also promised grey horse mining a 10% share in the smelter in a purchase contract for farm Camille Pit number 278, which was never fulfilled. And he's quoted, "They are busy selling the smelter and running away." So according to Navatisep's letter, the business people also represent Tsumeb's community and descends in their quest for justice for the environmental damage caused by arsenic and chemicals dumped in the town and surrounding areas. So this is quite a serious issue, and I hope they are taken to task, because it's something that's really just busy exploding. Everybody's been talking about it behind closed doors, but no, it never really came out to the fore, and we just recently had quite a serious report in our papers. Anyway, those are topics this week. Up next, we've got destinations. Okay, welcome back. Under destinations, first up, we've got Ondangwa Rest Camp. And Ondangwa Rest Camp is in that little curve. Those of you who've been up into the north, you will remember that as you drive through the center of Ondangwa, you've suddenly got that long bend that leads over towards Ongwediva, and it's in that bend that you find this Ondangwa Rest Camp. We've got another map there which shows it more closely here. So it's you can see it's set up a bit nicely. Anyway, so Ntando Spike Nkube is the spokesperson of Ondangwa Rest Camp, and it's a well-established facility that offers visitors affordable accommodation, according to Ntando. They have food and bar services, and they also offer camping facilities. And so the establishment is also known for its sushi products and top-notch pizzas that attract hundreds of day clients in a month. So clearly you can see it's there to enjoy and sit on the outside, enjoy the sun, which in winter is obviously very nice. But Ntando obviously had a bit of a talk to us as well.
Hi, my name is Ntando Spike. I'm the spokesperson of Ondangwa Rest Camp in Ondangwa, a very beautiful place in the middle of Ondangwa CBD that offers good accommodation, camping, and restaurant and bar facilities for people of Ondangwa, as well as travelers through our town, through the north, from everywhere globally. Welcome to Ondangwa Rest Camp.
Okay. Spike, can you tell us why, apart from what you've just told us now, why should one come and stop at Ondangwa Rest Camp?
Ondangwa Rest Camp is nestled in the heart of northern Namibia, 80 kilometers from the Angolan border, CBD of Ondangwa, as the name says it. And it's a very serene, nice, pristine, green place. As you can see around you, we've got a lot of greenery around us. Lovely, quiet place for people, business people, working people, and yet it's also very family friendly. So we offer families, we offer accommodation to families, we offer lots of services and amenities to people that want to come and have a quiet time, accommodation, whether they want to have family parties and braais and functions, we also offer that to them. We are also one of the few places that offer camping to travelers from far and wide. And lots of people seem to love that as well about Ondangwa Rest Camp. So we are quite a unique place up here in Ondangwa, and we offer services for the people they seem to can't get enough of.
Okay. Spike, can you tell us more about the rooms and the pricing?
Yeah, we offer very beautiful rooms, accommodation services. For a single person, that would be 550 Namibian dollars per night, and double room would be 650 Namibian dollars per night. Of course, we offer en-suite bathroom services. We offer full access to DSTV, We are fully Wi-Fi'd in our rooms, so you can take your business all the way to your room as well and catch up to everything you need, Netflix as well as work commitments. So we've got a lot in our rooms that will ensure your comfort. Fresh linen and towels replenished daily or even upon request. So our rooms are certainly going to give you that good night's sleep.
Okay. I hear the food at this place is so great. Can you just tell us more about the food and what do they offer?
Well, our restaurant and bar services, which are within close proximity to each other, we offer very delicious food, a variety of premium steaks and chops, including T-bone, rump, and fillets, alongside pork, lamb, as well as poultry dishes. Of course, I need to emphasize the fact that we also have a sushi menu, which is not very common up in the north. So you can come and enjoy sushi from exceptionally well trained sushi chefs here in Ondangwa.
Okay. One thing that is key in terms of accommodation establishments is customer service. How should you rate the customer service at this place?
Well, let me emphasize that we've had a rating of at least 9 from several of our clients that have come to us. So we don't want to praise ourselves, but the ratings speak for themselves. 9, I wouldn't say is a typically bad rating,
Yes.
but would like to reach 10 at some point. We're that close.
Okay. Maybe just any last few remarks in terms of why should people not miss the opportunity of getting a Nangwa Rescam experience?
Ondangwa Rest Camp not only offers accommodation, camping facilities, it offers that serene and pristine atmosphere. It's got a greenery. Where we are sitting is a lovely place which is surrounded by nature. So it's a very beautiful natural place. It also comes with a lot of scenic surroundings. So it's not only beautiful, you definitely feel the beauty of the north. We've got 24-hour security provisions. There's ample parking.
Okay.
So we offer security services, so you'll feel definitely very secure here. Ample parking, even for caravans, for campers who come with all sorts of facilities. We can accommodate that. We welcome travelers of all ages, including couples, families, even solo travelers have been here from all corners of the world, seeking a pristine retreat to create lasting memories. That's what we are all about, and we savor tantalizing culinary offerings. So whether you're craving cocktails, cuisine, simply seeking a home away from home, and we offer the best traditional cuisine in Namibia.
Okay. No, thank you very much, Spike.
Pleasure.
Right, and that's the Ondangwa Rest Camp. Make no mistake, I like what I see up in the north. These sites are developing, and it was actually nice to see now how many more people see an opportunity to cater for people that not only come there on business, but also come there as visitors. So I've always been in favor of taking the Etosha Pan to get up to the north, get to know the people, understand their culture, and just look what's going on up there as well. Right, second one we've got is Newborn Beauty Salon and Spa, and that one is in Okahandja. So those of you who want to have a quick massage or whatever, there you go. It's in the middle of town. It's actually just across from Agra. It's in the center of town, the old center of town, I need to say. So we've had an interview with the owner, and she's Talita Ursula Africana, the founder and owner of this newborn beauty salon and spa. It's they call it a serene haven located in Okahandja's Martin Knipe Street, just opposite Agra, as I said just now. At Newborn, Talita offers a wide range of rejuvenating services, including massages, waxing, eyebrow tinting, lash lifts, manicures, and pedicures for both men and women. I would have normally thought it would be for women and men, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Her services cater for all age groups, ensuring everyone can experience a moment of relaxation and self-care. Talita's passion lies in connecting with her clients and perfecting the art of waxing, making every visit to Newborn Spa a unique and delightful experience. Right, and that's the Newborn Beauty Salon and Spa, so you don't always have to drive to Windhoek to enjoy that. If you're an Okahandja resident or from outside the town, and you don't want to drive that far, there you've got a nice little alternative. Right, up next we've got To the Point. Yeah, and many of you might have seen the big billboards that talk about the Etosha Carnival. The Etosha Carnival is obviously up at Etosha, and it's a more localized carnival. Last year we reported about it. You had these big floats going through town, lots of parties and people being merry and trying to promote the local area up north in Etosha and up. And so Bonnie Mbitsu, he's the current CEO of NTB, that's the Namibia Tourism Board, actually had a talk to us. So have a look at the video.
I am joined today by Mr. Bonnie Mbitsu, who is the acting CEO of the Namibia Tourism Board. How are you doing today, sir?
Thank you so much. I'm doing very well.
Thank you for having us here. All right, so of course we want to talk about the Etosha Festival that is going to be taking place soon, and we are all very excited. But could you just start us off by giving us a brief background or history of the festival itself?
Thank you so much. I need to make it very clear. Etosha, as we know it, the Etosha National Park, Etosha name does not have any meaning in the Oshiwambo speaking. It's supposed to be Etosha. So because the colonizers could not pronounce and write Etosha, they ended up writing Etosha. So today we have got Etosha as the national park, which is the wrong pronunciation of what we are supposed to be having. So our traditional authority and through the Deputy Minister of Environment, Honorable Hetha Sivungo, had time to go to Botswana because Botswana have got the Harehadi Carnival. It happens in a similar setting in Botswana, in the Harehadi, which is their desert, in the Kalahari. So they do exactly what we are going to be doing. They showcase the different dialects within the Botswana-speaking people. And when she came back, she was so impressed, so as the ministry officials. So they started thinking, what can we do to emulate what the Botswana are doing, because it brings people together. You will recall that before the former president left, President Pohamba, around 2012, there was already a discussion of nationhood. Nationhood and my pride. So a document was already developed then that we needed to bring in cohesion between all the different dialects in Namibia. So in trying to bring all Namibians under the same roof and identity, because our diversity is our strength. So we said, now, at what stage can we bring our different cultural activities together? And exactly, the Etosha is one of those activities and festivals which brings all people with their different cultural activities, their different cuisines, and their attire to showcase what Namibia has to offer. That's the traditional part of where we are coming from.
I see. Namibia does have a vast variety of cultures, and it's actually going to be very interesting to see and exciting to see. So what is the theme for this year's carnival, and what can we expect?
This is Namibia in diversity. The understanding of the Namibia in diversity is exactly what I just said, that we are bringing all the cultures together, but there is an aspect of unity.
Yes.
I should say it that the head of state is going to be there, and some of high-ranking government officials. This signifies how important they take our culture to be part of what we are as a country. And you should remember that Namibia, we are such a peaceful country.
Yes.
And it is within that aspect of us being a peaceful country that we respect each other's cultures. Like before this interview, we're having fun in what is your vernacular, what is your language.
Yes.
As much as we are coming from different cultural backgrounds, but together we feel we fall under the same house, which the late president always spoke about, the Harambe house.
Yes.
And in that Harambe house, it's like a recipe for you to come up with a good dish, you have to have different ingredients for that dish to come up.
Definitely.
So the Namibian dish is full of these different cultures.
Yes. All right. So, of course, we are talking about cultures and heritage. Why would you say it is important to celebrate or rather even acknowledge one's culture?
If you check what is currently happening in Namibia, and not only limited in Namibia, I think it's a worldwide phenomenon. Because we have detached ourselves from our cultural way of living, we have got immoral activities happening. We don't have more respect than we used to. But if we reconnect with our cultures, you are going to appreciate that maybe the rate of crime is going to reduce because we respect life.
Yes.
We respect our elders. So we are going to, I would want to say, rejuvenate what Namibia is all about.
Yes, that is absolutely beautiful. All right. Now, Mr. Bonnie, before I let you go, I do have to ask, are there any competitions relating to the festival and how can people be a part of it?
We are going to have different numbers of competitions. We are going to have the cooking competition, which is under the gastronomy. We are going to have horse riding, where we are going to enjoy in that open space the horses, the very best in Namibia. And we are going to have a lot of other smaller competitions within ourselves to see who comes with either the best African Namibian cuisine. And of all, we are going to look at our attire.
Yes.
Where we are coming from, we didn't have this attire. We had the traditional attire. We know the Overhimba traditional attire has been the attire.
Yes.
But of course, we need not to forget about the San attire, the Nama attire, the Oshuambo, the Onderela. So we are going to have, I would say, a competition of showcasing our attire, depicting who we are in the real setting. Because remember, the Itotha is not happening near any village.
Yes.
It's in the wilderness,
Yes.
in the point of nowhere. So this is when we connect with the nature. So it is within that natural environment that we need to blossom and show what we have to offer.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bonnie, for joining us. We're looking forward to the festival itself. I know I will definitely be rocking up in my traditional attire.
Thank you so much for contacting us and coming over to NTV.
It's a pleasure. All right. Thank you
you.
very much.
Right, and that was Bonnie Mbitsu. So have a look if you're up in the north by any chance and you want to take part in it, or for that matter, if you're visiting up there and you just want to see what it's all about, don't miss out on it. We'll keep you updated. So otherwise, just look under events on the internet pages of all the Namibia, well, I should actually say network media hub papers. So that we're talking Allgemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun and Republican and all the other sites that we've got. Anyway, that's the end of our show for today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be talking to you again in 1 week's time. Until then, look after yourself, keep healthy.